Do you believe black people are being disproportionately murdered by the police?
Antioch's police chief is opening up about the racist text message scandal that has thrown his department into crisis. And it comes as the city council is meeting at this hour to talk about the federal lawsuit just filed, accusing the city and police of civil rights violations.
I tell you what I do know.
Yeah.
In America specifically.
Yep.
In 2006.
Yep.
The FBI.
Yep.
Done a 9-page report. Yep. If you want to look at it, if anyone else wants to look at it, it's on documentcloud.org.
About white supremacists.
They have investigated that there are white supremacist neo-Nazi gangs infiltrating the police forces of America.
Yep. And it is the latest twist in an investigation that unearthed a trove of racist and homophobic text messages and some unsettling allegations that officers were congratulating each other for beating up suspects during arrests. That officers were congratulating each other for beating up suspects during arrests. The FBI discovered the text during a wider misconduct probe into the Antioch and Pittsburgh police departments. A federal grand jury is weighing charges that officers distributed cocaine and steroids and accepted bribes.
If we go back, black people have known that there have been white supremacists within the police force of America for a long time. If we go back to 1988, right? NWA, which is a rap group, made a song called Fuck the Police. Why did they make that? They were speaking about the police brutality within their song. If we go to 1991, we find the LAPD and the CCTV, the video footage that surfaced of them beating Rodney King to within an inch of his life. Okay, if we go to 1992, Ice-T made a song called Cop Killer. Okay, black people for a long time in America have known that there have been racist elements within the police force. So whether or not they're disproportionately killed, there are more white people in America anyway, Tommy.
No, I know, but the point is...
But I said, we know this, and we have known this. It's only to 2006 the FBI have investigated it. We've known it from before 2006. So when George Floyd is on the floor and an officer has his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, Tommy, you have to understand the kind of anger and fury that would cause.
I do, because it was horrific and devastating to watch.
That officers were congratulating each other for beating up suspects during arrests. This is having a major impact on the force and could taint countless cases the officers were involved with. Right now, 38 of Antioch's 99 police officers are on paid leave related to the text message investigation. And there's a lot of outrage from the community, as you might imagine. Many people wanting to hear from Antioch's police chief, Stephen Ford, about what he knew and what's being done to address this troubling culture. Well, he sat down exclusively with Katie Nielsen, and Katie's been following this text message stream when it was first made public. She joins us live now with the interview. So what did the chief say to you directly, Katie?
Juliet, he is in a tough spot because he is having to fight a battle that he did not start. Chief Ford was hired as the chief of police exactly 1 year ago today and was not with the department at the time those text messages were sent.
The Antioch PD will never be the same again, and that's not a bad thing.
We asked Chief Stephen Ford, a man whose parents came up through the civil rights movement, to read the text messages out loud.
This says, I was bummed that Beast, and then it's blacked out, was so fat because he didn't bruise up very fast.
Investigators say at least 17 officers were part of a text messaging group on their personal phones for years, where they would congratulate each other for intentionally hurting people during arrests and repeatedly used the N-word. Where they would congratulate each other for intentionally hurting people during arrests and repeatedly used the N-word.
Well, it says, I'll bury that in my fields.
The texts were sent over a 2-year span from September 2019 to January 2022. The FBI found them when the Antioch police officers' phones were seized during a federal drug investigation into steroid and cocaine trafficking and bribery.
It reads, bro, the circus is in town, but it seems they only brought monkeys.
And what about on page 10?
It says, I see all the riots in LA, Then it says, for the gorilla that died, reference to George Floyd.
How does it feel to read that?
It angers me, I'll be honest with you. It angers me. I think most people who know me, I'm pretty low-key normally. It takes a lot to kind of get me going. But I would be lying if I said I weren't, you know, very angry and frustrated with what I've read and seen over the past few weeks.
What's more, in the past year, Chief Ford worked with the majority of those officers in the small, tight-knit department.
You think, wow, I mean, I've worked with this person and I've trusted this person. You know, we've been out here, you know, as they say, you know, on the street doing police work. And so it's very disappointing, very shocking.